Hey guys, it's Lobo. Um, we're going in for another book on in the Holy Bible, Genesis, King James Version. We're on chapter 5 now. So, let's get right into it. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam, in the day when they were created. And Adam lived uh, and 100. That's the pronunciation or the spelling. Grammar. And Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness after his image, and called his name Seth. And the days of Adam after he had begotten Seth were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. Can you imagine living in 930 years? Good Lord. Struggling just to live 60 to 80 years nowadays. And Seth lived 105 years and begat Enos. And Seth lived after he begat Enos 807 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. Enos lived 90 years and begat Canaan. Enos lived after he begat Canaan 815 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enos were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years. He begat Mahalalel. And Canaan lived after he begat Mahalalel 840 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. And Mahalalel lived 65 years, and begat Jared. And Mahalalel lived after he begat Jared 830 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a timeline, man. And Jared lived 162 years, and he begat Enoch. And Jared lived after he begat Enoch 800 years, and begat sons and daughters. All the days Jared were 962 years, and he died. Enoch, there's so many Enochs. Enoch lived 65 years and begat Methuselah. And Enoch walked with God after he begat Methuselah 300 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. That's different. And Methuselah lived 187 years, and begat Lamech. Methuselah lived after he begat Lamech 782 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years, and begat a son. He called his name Noah, saying, "This name shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord hath cursed. And Lamech lived after he begat Noah 595 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Okay, so it looks like this entire chapter was just an entire lineage. So let's hold on. Let's see here. Come on. I don't have paint. You joking? Paint. There it is. Let's just go through this timeline, shall we? Because this is a wild timeline. Alright, so let's see here. And I lived 130 years and begat his son in his own likeness after his image. I'm just realizing, what am I gonna do with this? So, okay, hold on. Don't save. I'll probably have to just write this. Oh, you know what? Just realized. Notes. Notepad. That's what this is all about, right? So, Adam. Let's see here. Say arrow point equals. He had Seth at 130 years old. So that means between 130 years old, Cain and Abel were alive. And as far as we're aware, Cain is either still alive or he's somewhere else. And we all know that Abel died in last chapter. And then Adam died 930 years. Okay. And then dead 930. All right. So let's just say that's the marker for 930. All right, and then Seth lived, or Seth had Enos at 105. And then he died 912. Okay. Well, not 312, 912. Oh, I see what I was going to do with the paint. I can't draw a straight line to save anybody. Shapes. Yeah, line. Alright, so let's say this was when Adam and Eve and this is when Adam died. And then we'll just extend it just a little bit. Okay. So this is when they were in the Garden of Eden. Because this is going to be a wild chart. Garden of Eden, and then Adam. Actually, no, hold on. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Adam dead. That's where I put the mark for Adam's death. Adam dead. Okay. And then you need this. Let's see here. Say that's 100 years. 200. 300. Oops. Let me just make this nice and even. This is gonna be a longer video because I wasn't expecting a bunch of family tree stuff. All right, so let's see here. 100. $200. 300. 400. Oh. 500. 700. 800. 900. So I actually need I just realized I could just make it shorter, and we'll say make this 1,000. And then we'll do red for when they die. red for when they die. So 900, right about here. Black. Adam. Dead. There we go. Okay. Sweet. And then let's say because I don't think I saw anywhere that specified when or how long they were in the Garden of Eden. So we'll just say the marker was Garden Eden was as when they were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. Because he was 130 when he had Seth. That's gonna be and we'll do green for their life. So 130. Alright, you're gonna be dumb? Fine. Seth born. Seth was born here. Adam. Okay. Alright, and then Seth was 105 when he had Enos. I'm going to shift this over even more. I just realized that. That's why this family tree is going to be wacky. I need to visibly see this. Just something satisfying about seeing like a timeline, if you will. Because I have a feeling that Adam had met his grandkids. So Enos was born when Seth was 105. So 105, that would be about here. Good thing. Enos born. Okay. And then Seth died at 912. So 912 would be about here. No. Be a little closer to here. Seth did. Good lord. Alright, let's see here. Seth lived and he begat Enos 807 years. Seth died at 912 years. Enos lived 90 years and begat Canaan. Alright. So Enos had Canaan, or Canaan, at 90. Died 905 years. So he got him at 90, so 35, 90. That'd be right here. Canaan born. Oh, no, born. There we go. He died 900 years later. He died at 905. So Enos was here. So he would have died 905, right about here. No, that would be closer to 11. I goofed. I do goof. There you go. Enos dead. And then, let's see here. Enos, or no, Canaan had Mahalalel at 70 years. Whoops. So far, Adam has met his grandson, his great-grandson, and of course all the other extended children, but these are the ones that are named with actual date, like general idea of time of birth and when they died. So he's at least met half of his following generation before he died. And Canaan died at 910 years old. Alright, so Mahalalel was 70 years after Canaan was born. So it looks like it would be about here. Come on. We'll just make that the L. Then Kanan dead. Yeah, I'm gonna need more room. Gonna need a whole nother line for this. I'm more curious of like how many generations did Adam see before we got to Noah? 'Cause I'm pretty sure that's coming up as Noah's Ark. Alright. And Mahalalel. That's such a weird name to say. It's hard to say. My mouth is not built for it. Had Jared when he was 65. Notice ages are going down. Good lord. And then he died at 895. Yeah, when they're dying too is going down with them, except for it went up a little bit underneath Canaan. So when he was 65, he had Jared. So that would have been about 390 or something like that. I've been about halfway. Right there. And just for the sake of seeing everything, Jared born. And Mahalalel died at 895. So not a full 900. And then Jared, he helped bring about Enoch at 62 years. Died at 962 years. So he lived a little bit longer than even his grandfather. Or great. Hold on. So, son, grandson, great-grandson, great-great-grandson. So, 3 great-greats. That's fascinating. So Jared had him at 65, and it's about halfway through. So right on the line, it looks like. It'll be right about, like, right next to it. Enoch born. And then died at 962. So it'd be closer to here when Jared died. Jared dead. Before we get too ahead of ourselves. 14. 15. Because we gotta go through a couple, I think a few more. Alright. And then Enoch had Methuselah at 65 years. Whoops. Died. Oh, that's right. God took Enoch. God was not. Alright, hold on. There's something I need to double check really quick. Because I have a little small Bible that I take with me. I just want to double check. So either Enoch is dead or he disappeared 300 years later. So I'm gonna just say, we're just gonna say disappeared, because we know God took him at 305. Oh, hold on. 365. My bad. But it didn't say died. He was not. And he was not. For God took him. So we'll make that orange. Because it's not confirmed they died. Oh, that's right. Hold on. We gotta do. How old was Enoch? 65 years? So it would be still in this timeline when Enoch begat Methuselah born. And Enoch was 305 years old. So 500, so that would be about 800. And practically on the line still, so we'll go about right here. Alright, and then Enoch walked with God. So he disappeared or died or whatever, walked with God, and he was not. Or God took him. Before Adam died. That's interesting. And then Methuselah had Lamech at 187 years old. So he had a large. He didn't have Lamech until he was much older than Adam when he had Seth. Assumedly, because it didn't say how long they were inside of the Garden of Eden. So he was 969 years old. Died 969. Alright, so from here, 1969, that's 15? It's not here. It's closer to here. About here. I don't know why. It's something about this. Just I needed a visual to understand this timeline, man. And Lamech was born 187 years after Adam, or Methuselah was born. So looks like do it right there. Think. Yeah. And then let's see here. Lamech begat Noah at 182 years. Died 777. Oh no, it's the Antichrist. I'm not sure if that's what that means, but when you died at 777, I'm just like, I don't know. Alright, and then let's see here, 182 years, so 100 here. Noah born. And then Enoch, or Lamech, died 777. So and then Noah didn't have his kids for 500 years when he had Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So no death yet. So 500 years. So roughly the same time that Enoch died. Shem, Ham, and Japheth born? Now the question is, were they born all at once, or were they born one at a time? Because triplets aren't that out of the ordinary. But yeah. Wow. So Adam pretty much met every one of his great grandchildren times like 10 or 15, except for, hold on. So, son, grandson, great-grandson, great-great-grandson, great-great-great-grandson, 4 greats, grandson, 5 great-grandsons, 6 great-grandsons, 7. So Noah is his 7th great-grandson, or 7 great-grandson. That's a lineage, man. And all of them had additional sons and daughters on top of it. And Noah waited 500 years to have his 3 children. But this is just what's mentioned, and all it says that they all had sons and daughters on top of it. That were not just these main ones. These were just the ones that were noted in the Bible. So there's even more kids. This family tree is wild. So at the very least, this means that that Adam met 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 generations before he died. 9 generations of his family. That I said my family was huge, but that's just ridiculous, man. Absolutely insane. I don't really have an opinion because this is like more of a family tree thing on this chapter. But like that timeline, just the timeline speaks for itself more than anything. I went on for like I took a look at my recording time, and it said only like, you know, I read the chapter like in like 10 minutes. It's been a little over 40 minutes like just figuring out this timeline. Just visibly looking at it is just insane. It's to see who was alive when and who died when. That's crazy. But anyways, thank you for joining me. I'll cover the next chapter soon. Hopefully I'm not on hiatus for whatever reason. And I'm sorry if I was yawning a lot and this took a drastic turn. It's just, like I said, it's just something about reading all those dates and times and everything like that, and how long they've been alive. Like it was worth investigating to me, or at least seeing like a visual representation of what's going on. So yeah. So I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.